Welcome back to data modeling, and today we are going to be covering object relationships. And so I'm going to be giving you my own examples. These are not examples that you have to follow, although I urge you to follow. I think you'll find it very useful. And again, these are my own examples. This is not a challenge, but we are going to cover the challenge in future videos. And so I want to begin with the lookup relationship, okay? And so I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about lookup relationships, and then I'm gonna give you guys an example, and then I'm gonna give you a visualizer for what that example looks like. Okay, so let's begin with lookup relationships. So a lookup relationship links two objects together, so you can look up from one object to a related um, object. Okay, um, that might be too much. Let me give you an example. Okay. So let's say that we have a student. Okay. If you have a student, you also need a teacher. Okay. So if we make, so every student needs a teacher, right? So if we have a field that says who is this person's, who is this student's teacher, that would be a lookup relationship. The answer to that is a lookup relationship because you would look up and what you're going to find is teacher. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. Let's go into Salesforce and let's launch our playground. And I'm going to be creating two objects. Okay, so let's go to setup and object manager, create custom object. So the first object is going to be called student, plural students. We're going to launch new custom tab and let's choose an icon. I'm going to choose Apple. Next, next, and save. Okay, so we created this student object. Let's create one more object, one more custom object, and we're going to call this custom object teacher. Teachers, launch new custom tab wizard. Uh, let's see, do we have a pencil? Maybe a book. Okay, books, there you go. And next, next, and save. Okay, so now I need to create two fields. So let's go back to Object Manager and let's go to Quick Find and search student and student fields and relationships to create a new field. And we're going to go to new and we're going to look up relationship. And let's read the description. Creates a relationship that links this object to another object. The relationship field allows users to click on a lookup icon to select a value from a pop-up list. The other object is the source of the values in the list. Okay, so lookup relationship, and we're going to go to next. And student is related to who? Teacher, teacher, teacher. We're going to go to teacher and click next. And who is the student's teacher? Okay, and we're going to require that this value is always populated because every single student needs a teacher. And we're going to hit next, 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 and save. Okay, so now we have that. Now let's go to any app. We're going to click the app launcher and we'll just go to the sales app, even though it's not an actual, it has nothing to do with sales. We'll learn more about apps later. But if you don't see students or teachers, the objects up here, click more and then click the drop down. And we'll open both of these up in a separate tab. Now let's create some teacher records. Okay, so let's have a teacher. His name is Mr. Benioff. Okay, we'll make 3 teachers. Mr. Elon Musk. Okay. And we'll have Mr. Jeff Bezos. Okay, and then we'll go to teachers. And you'll see that we have 3 teacher records here. We have Mr. Jeff Bezos, Mr. Elon Musk, and Mr. Benioff. Okay, and I would want Mr. Elon Musk to be my teacher. I'm just saying. Okay, so now we are going to go to students, and we're going to create new student records. And here's what you're going to see. You're going to see something very interesting. Okay, so let's click new. We'll type in a student name. We'll type in Sean. Okay, and we'll click teachers, and you'll see that you can look up Sean's teacher. So you can look up the student's teacher. And so I wanted Mr. Elon Musk. So we're going to save. And we'll actually create another record just so I can show you again, okay? We'll do Jason Waterhose. Okay. We're going to look up Jason Waterhose's name. And again, you'll see that you can look up Jason Waterhose's name. Okay. And then you can select the teacher. Okay, so we'll choose Mr. Jeff Bezos and save. Now, when we look at the record details, you'll see the student name and you'll see the student's teacher. Okay, so that's all a lookup relationship is. Okay, you're looking up from one object to another, and then it links them together in a loose manner. Okay, the next type of relationship that we'll learn about is master detail, and it's not hairy per se, but it's a more strict relationship. Okay, whereas lookup is a more loose relationship. Okay, try to remember that mnemonic: lookup loose or loose lookup, and I don't know. I'll see if I can make up a mnemonic for master detailed relationships. But that's all a lookup is. Okay, all we did here was we looked up a student's teacher. That's all we did. That's all a lookup is. Okay. And so Salesforce has its own example in this module here, and um, I urge you guys to go through that example too, so you guys have more more reference experience, so to speak. Okay, so this is going to be it for the lookup relationship video, and if you guys enjoyed this content, please consider liking, subscribing, and please comment. Give me some feedback. I would love your guys' feedback, and thank you for watching. Bye.